Labour Party in Imo State is conducting parallel governorship primaries at different locations in Owerri, the state capital. The two factions are laying claims to the authenticity and legality of the primaries. A faction headed by Onyekulisi Festus is conducting its primaries at Andrea's Hotel along MCC Road in Owerri, while the other faction, which has former national president of ASU, Professor Ukachukwu Awuzie, as chairman of the Labour Party Management Committee for the state, is conducting its primary at the Landmark Event Center in Owerri and has the Abia State Governor-elect Dr. Alex Oti as the returning officer and chairman of the electoral panel. While accreditation is ongoing at the MCC Road faction of the Labour Party, the primaries is yet to commence at the faction of Professor Awuzie at Landmark Event Center as delegates and contestants are arriving in trickles. A total of about 14 governorship aspirants are to contest in the different primaries ahead of the November 11 governorship election.
You see me here as the chairman of the Labour Party Parliament Committee in Imo. When you see our honourable members, like I said, you saw them there again and this. When you know that His Excellency Alex Oti, who is the chairman of this primary exercise, is going to be here in the next few minutes. He's already on his way.
Conduct is moving smooth, is moving very cordially, and you can see the atmosphere is very peaceful, if there is any, not to my knowledge. But the fact is that I cannot disclaim the fact that some sponsored elements who are among us, playing the kind of a role of a mole, are trying to derail or distract the party in Imo State.
Correspondent Prisuba is monitoring the primary election of the Labour Party in Imo. He joins me live from Owerri. Prince, what's the update where you are now?
Yeah, I think I'm currently at Landmark Event Center in Owerri, the Imo State capital, where Labour Party faithful are gathered to elect their governorship flag bearer for the November 11, 2023 election. Right now, all the aspirants, we have about 11 aspirants seated for the primaries that will soon commence. In fact, it was the returning officer who happens to be Abia Governor-elect Alex Oti, who just addressed the aspirants, and I urge them to exhibit the spirit of sportsmanship. If you lose, you embrace whoever that wins and move the party forward. So they are seated right now. But before earlier today, a place in Andrea Hotel, a group also conducted their own parallel primaries. So which try to paint a picture. There is a crack in Labour Party in Imo State. But hopefully, I know as time goes on, they will be able to resolve their differences and forge ahead to form a front to ensure that maybe they displace the incumbent governor, Hope Uzodinma, come November election.
Indeed, Praise. So the story is that there are two factions laying claims to the authenticity and legality of the primaries. You are at the Landmark Event Center. We understand that another primary is taking place at Andrea's Hotel. How are the Labour Party members where you are reacting to this development?
Yeah, earlier, and from what the thought in the news story that just ended, Professor Awuzie, who happens to be former ASU national president and former Imo State University vice chancellor, dismissed that claim. He said that the Labour Party does not have issues, that the authentic Labour Party in Imo State is the one having peace primaries at Landmark Event Center, where you have INEC officials, where you have officials from Labour Party, from their national headquarters, so that any other group that is laying any claim of being authentic Labour Party group is making a false claim. So that is the position right now. And the ambience around here appears to be that they are determined to ensure that they produce a credible candidate, a strong candidate that will match the incumbent governor, who ordinarily is a very strong candidate of the APC.
Prince, talk to us about the conduct of the supplementary election in Imo earlier today.
Yeah, the supplementary elections took place in some polling units, about 54 polling units in Imo State, across Imo State, and these are Mbitoli Ikeduru Federal Constituency, Isu State Constituency, and a local government in Mbise. So earlier on, the election went on peacefully, but later on there were reports of hijack of electoral materials, intimidation of voters, and what I thought the annoying, would I say annoying, so to say, because it really happened before me in a polling unit in Oroto. There is a place called Oroto in Imo State. Unknown hoodlums came and snatched electoral materials, scattered away electoral materials, and INEC officials, they commandeered them to their vehicle and zoomed off. Annoyingly, they perpetrated this in front of security agents, headed by security agents. But we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know the political party that was responsible for that.
Did election eventually hold in that particular polling unit?
No. At that point, that was the end of that election, because this happened between the hours of 1 p.m. Within that hour, 1 p.m. And there was no report of going back to that polling unit for election. It was quite worrisome, so to say.
Prince, about live for us in Owerri. We'll be back with you when you have more updates for us from Imo State.